It all started with a letter I never expected to receive, a $25,000 fine from my HOA. At first, I honestly thought it had to be some kind of mistake. There was no way I had done anything wrong. I've always kept my house clean, my lawn trimmed, and followed every rule in the book. But when I opened that envelope and read it again and again, it was real. They claimed I had violated a community rule. The problem was, they didn't even explain what I did. I stepped outside and looked around my property, trying to figure it out myself. Everything looked exactly the same as it always had. Nothing was out of place, nothing was broken, nothing was different, and that's when she showed up. The HOA president, she walked up, like she already knew how this was going to go. Calm, confident. Almost like she had been waiting for this moment. I asked her straight up, what exactly did I do wrong? She just looked at me, gave a slight smile, and said, you know what you did? That's when I realized. This wasn't normal. This wasn't about rules. This felt personal. That night, I sat down and started going through every single HOA rule I could find. Page after page, document after document. I read everything carefully, but nothing matched the so-called violation. Not even close. That's when frustration started turning into anger, because if I didn't break any rules, then why was I being fined $25,000? The next day, another letter showed up. This time it wasn't just a fine. It was a warning. If I didn't pay, things would escalate. That's when I made a decision. I wasn't going to just sit there and accept it. I started digging deeper. I searched online, checked legal documents, and even went through old HOA records. Hours turned into nights. Nights turned into days. And then I found something buried deep in their own documents, a rule they had written themselves, but never followed. My heart started racing because what I was looking at changed everything. Had broken the law, not me. Them, and everything became clear. This fine wasn't about a violation. It was about control, and they never expected me to fight back. The next morning, I printed everything. Every document, every proof, every detail. Then I walked straight into their office. This time, I wasn't confused. I wasn't nervous. I was ready. I placed the papers right in front of the HOA president and watched her face carefully as she started reading. At first, she looked confident. Then confused. And finally, worried. For the first time, she didn't have anything to say because she knew exactly what I had found. I calmly explained everything. How their own rules contradicted the fine. How they had enforced something that legally didn't exist. And how what they did could actually get them into serious trouble. The room went completely silent. That same woman who told me, you know what you did, now couldn't even look me in the eye. Within days, the fine disappeared. No more letters. No more warnings. Just silence. They never admitted it out loud. But they didn't have to, because we both knew the truth. In the end, it wasn't just about the money. It was about standing up for myself. And making sure they never tried something like this again. And honestly, that feeling of walking away knowing I was right, that was worth more than $25,000. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me, where are you watching from?